I don't think it would hurt if you called members of the Judiciary Committee. I don't think it would hurt at all.
Right, Fred?
And I also say this, all of us should have a father-in-law like Joe Loyal.
That's right.
We've got one more dynamic speaker. I know it's been a long day, and I hope we've kept you interested. We've got one more speaker to go. Are we ready? We've got William Gheen from LCIC, and he's again here all the way from North Carolina.
I want to thank you for staying for this long event. All right. I'm William Gheen of LCIC, Americans for Legal Immigration. Anybody heard of us around here? Well, we've heard of you, Waukegan, and we've heard of you, Centerville, Fox Valley. Carpentersville, excuse me. And, you know, Chicago's so far gone, isn't it? Chicago's the next Los Angeles.
Yep.
And you guys are like forming up. No, it's not. You think it can be saved? Do you need troops?
That's right.
But LA's going to need troops, right? Well, look, I'm going to tell you why I'm here. I'm here because across America, hundreds, 200, 300, 400 cities and towns are responding to the will of the people and cracking down and saying, if the federal government will not enforce our immigration laws, then we will. You are sending a message that we're going to take this country back, city by city, state by state, block by block. A lot of people still want to pass the buck. That's what's going over here in Waukegan. Don't know if we get to talk to the council members or not, but have 4 real important messages. I want to try to get to them before they vote. One, we know for a fact from a Zogby poll in 2005, 81% of Americans support local police enforcing immigration law. 81%. 2, all across the country, if you're on the wrong side of this issue, meaning on the illegal alien side, you might likely get removed from office quickly by offending 80% of your constituents. But most importantly, they can no longer pass the buck in Waukegan. In the next election, they're going to have to explain to the family members that were victimized by illegal aliens who were in and out of the Waukegan police cells, that why their loved one was raped, assaulted, molested, murdered by an illegal alien that was in and out of their jails and they did nothing. Do you want to face that on the campaign trail? You want to face those families? Because almost every crime by an illegal alien in America is 100% preventable. They're not supposed to be here in the first place. And they've illustrated a pattern of criminality. Now tell me, where in life is it that you got somebody who shows a pattern and then suddenly changes? Illegal aliens break the law when they break into our country under cover of darkness. They break the law when they hand $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 to organized crime and drug smugglers. They break the law with identity theft, wrecking American lives and documents fraud. They break the law again when they take an American job and then they make a lawbreaker out of their company. But we are to believe, and then they suddenly become our warm, fuzzy, friendly neighbors that will engage in no further criminal activity. Does anybody have any experiences in life that would justify that belief? It's not there. Did you invite the illegal aliens here?
Oh, no.
Do you hire illegal aliens?
No.
Some of my fellow speakers, I'm really honored to be on stage. I've heard some people say, well, we did this. We didn't do this. Okay? We did not open the borders. One last thing, though, I want to say about the people that are coming to Waukegan on Monday. They represent less than 15% of the U.S. population. And I'm glad it's not my job to come and claim that illegal aliens that have broken a series of laws should be allowed to stay in the country anyway after they rape, murder, or kill somebody. That's what they're coming to say. The 287G, we need it because there's close to 500,000 known illegal alien felons in the country right now, most of which walked out of our jails without deportation.
Several times.
Yep.
Right back on city streets.
Yes, definitely.
Now, we have a very basic message in Alabama, and it's called enforce our existing immigration laws. Enforce our existing immigration laws. And it is insulting to all of us that we're even having to ask that. This is no accident. This is no chaotic thing that's just happened at the border. This is happening because of the intentional non-enforcement of our immigration laws. And where there is enforcement, you have things going on like with Ramos and Campion. Our Border Patrol has been ordered to catch and release. They've been ordered, do not pursue. That's what we learned from Ramos and Campion. They're not supposed to pursue. What police officer in the world could operate
Get your blood up.
if they just caught and released and did not pursue? The borders have been open. They have been opened by the executive branch of the United States, and they have been open for a reason. Is there anybody in this room that still supports or believes a word that comes out of that jackass's mouth in the White House? Anybody?
No!
If you do, let me see your hands.
Impeach Bush!
When I'm done tomorrow shopping with you in Waukegan, and we're done at the city council chambers on Monday, I'm using this event to announce that I'm on a plane to Washington, D.C. I wish the Ramos and Campion families the best of luck with their inquiry, but we're going to ask Congress something very simple, and that is, we want you to investigate the executive branch of the U.S. government for the systematic non-enforcement of our existing immigration laws now. Don't pass another bill. What's the point? Should we even have elections? If the president is going to be allowed to decide which laws he will obey or enforce, well, he's not really a president then, is he? What is he?
A communist.
He's a king.
He's a communist.
He's the king. And until Congress fixes that, there is no need for Congress to pass another single piece of legislation. Do us all a favor, save us a couple of bucks, and just come home. Just come home. Because the same thing is going to happen. Now, how many of you raise your hands if you lifted a single finger to send an email, make a call, or do something to help stop that tragic amnesty bill? We didn't just defeat amnesty. We interrupted the peaceful surrender of the citizens of the United States of America. They were on the decks of the Missouri. They were on the decks of the Missouri outside Tokyo Harbor. They were signing, they were rubber stamping what big business has already done. The pattern we're seeing in Washington is not that people decide there should be a change in the law, and then through our elected representatives they debate it and then pass the law, and then the executive branch changes the laws. No, we're seeing a consistent pattern of these things being done, and then Congress being asked to rubber stamp it after it's already done. There's already an amnesty. It's here right now. And you can hear the surrender from people like South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham. Everybody know Lindsey? The United States is not really a place, it's more of an idea. Did y'all know that? Nobody owns being American. Did you know that? That's Lindsey. This is the La Raza Convention, right? The race. Am I at the meeting of the race? Yeah. Lindsey Graham. They wanted to rubber stamp what's already being done. The illegal immigration crisis is a way to force Americans into something we would never accept voluntarily and we would never vote for in our wildest dream, which is an economic union of the countries on this continent. And we would never agree to it for rightful reasons dealing with our sovereignty. And in fact, we don't have any money to pay for revamps and upgrades in Mexico when every American baby born today in America has $30,000 worth of debt on their head, thanks to Uncle Sam, as it is. We don't have it. Now, I stick to immigration. I stick to it fairly religiously, although it affects many different issues. But I took a gamble, and I'll take it again. Now, we've got plenty of veterans here. I love veterans. I support our troops. But why are the sons and daughters of America dying on the other side of the planet to build a democracy in Iraq when we don't have one here? Why are our troops on the other side of the planet when we are being invaded?